hear that. Well, I know you're looking to get some lip filler. Is that correct? I thought so. Okay, awesome. Well, you've come to the right place. Now, I do have a consent form and some stuff to go over with you. I know it's kind of the boring stuff, but then we can look at picking a shape for you and go ahead and do the procedure. Alright, let's do it. So, basically, this is what we're looking at as far as the consent form, and this is just for the filler. What I'm going to be using on you is called DiamondASMR. It's like Jupiter, but it's my own brand. I created it. So that's what I'm going to be using. I'll show you what it looks like. It's right here in this little syringe, if I could think of the name. Jeez. Drawing blanks today. Please excuse me. Now, let's see. I'm not gonna read everything because you're gonna get a copy of this and you don't want to be here all day. Can you please tell me your full name? And your date of birth, please. Thank you. Your address and your phone number, I will let you fill in by yourself. Now, what I'm going to do is just read through a little bit of this with you. Then what I'm going to do is apply some numbing cream on your lips. That will help with the feeling. You won't feel such a sharp pick when we do the injections. And while the numbing cream is setting in, we will go ahead and pick a shape for you, alright? Excellent. So the treatment can smooth out facial folds and wrinkles, add volume to the lips, and contour facial features that have lost their volume and fullness due to aging, sun exposure, illness, etc. Obviously, you are here for the lips. These dermal fillers are injected under the skin with a very fine needle. However, I'm actually not even going to be using a needle today. I'm going to be using a cannula, so you'll see what I mean shortly. These procedures naturally appearing volume under wrinkles and folds, which you don't need because we're just doing lips today, so we're going to skip that part. Now, here's the risks and complications. No procedure, of course, is completely risk-free. We know that. So the following risks may occur, but there may be unforeseen risks that are not listed here. So some of these may be post-treatment discomfort such as swelling, redness, bruising, and discoloration, post-treatment infection associated with any transcutaneous injection, allergic reaction, reactivation of herpes or cold sores if you are prone to that, lumpiness, visible yellow or white patches, granuloma formation, localized necrosis and or sloughing with scab and without scab if blood vessel occlusion occurs. So, I know that's a lot to take in, but these are pretty rare. It doesn't happen very often, so please don't worry. I do not believe that you are going to have necrosis of your tissue, which is where the skin dies. You should have no reason for that. Now, let's go down to pregnancy and allergies. So you have two initial here stating that you are not aware if you are pregnant or you're not trying to get pregnant. You are not lactating or nursing. You have not had any major illnesses which would prohibit you from receiving these fillers. And you certify that you do not have multiple allergies or high sensitivity to medications. Alternative to the procedures and options that I have volunteered for have been fully explained to me. So, if you're not wanting to do fillers and you're wanting So, do you already have a general idea of what shape you would like? Okay, so you did say that you don't want too dramatic, right? You just want just a little bit more fullness in both top and bottom. Let me see, yeah, you can go ahead and get just a little bit there. You can definitely do that. So here's what we're looking at. We have the wrinkled lips up here, and that's a pretty good look. We definitely want to do something that's going to suit your face and your facial structure. We don't want to overdo it, and I know you already said you don't want too extreme. What I was thinking of for you is possibly a full lip, which is this. However, we do not have to go this extreme. This is quite thick, so we don't have to do that. But what it will do is just add some fullness both in the upper lip and in the bottom lip. And what I'm gonna do is, I'll show you right here. If you look right here on this chart, I'm going to inject evenly on this side and on the bottom lip in the same spot. Depending on the shape you're going for, sometimes you will inject closer on the top and further out on the bottoms. We're not going to do that. We're going to do actually right under each other, and that will help you achieve a much more even look instead of getting like a pouty bottom lip and a smaller upper. If you want it to be pretty much the same, we will do those close injections. That sounds good. All right. I was going to put the numbing on you first, but I still have to get my syringe ready, so we have time. So, are you ready to begin? All right. Don't be nervous or anything. You're going to be perfectly fine. You'll actually be surprised at how easy it is. You'll think that it's going to be much worse, but it's not. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and snip some of my paper towel here. And I'm going to apply the lidocaine right here on the paper towel. That's what I'm going to apply to your lips. So I'm not sure if you can see that on there, but it's just a small amount, and it is a cream. So what I'm going to do is just relax your lips normally. Okay, just putting a pretty generous sized layer on. And this will start to be effective pretty quickly, so you don't have to wait 15 minutes. It'll be pretty darn quick. Now I'm going to take some gauze, and I'm also going to cut this. And this is what I will use to place on your lips here. Okay, and that's just going to hold that lidocaine on. Now I will show you what I am doing as far as my syringe and cannula. It's pretty cool because, like I said, it's not a needle, which is awesome. So here's what we're working with right now. I have to remove this part right here, and I'll show you what my cannula looks like. It is encapsulated in this little tube, and the cannula is this little plastic piece right there that hangs off. Basically what it is a hollow tube that is sharper on the end so that it can inject, but it's not a needle. So this actually makes people feel a bit more comfortable and not so afraid. So I'm going to take off this part and put the cannula on. So that's twisted on now, just like that. And what we're going to do, you'll notice that this is much more of a loose filler. It is not silicone or anything of that nature. It has a much more natural feel because it's not hard and it's not sticky. It is a very liquidy type solution, which is actually helpful because it has given great results to all of my clients. lips together and tell me, how does it feel? Do you feel like they're, I know you probably can't feel very much right now because you're numb, but do you feel as if one side is uneven, or do they feel pretty much the same as far as you can tell? Alright, good. Let's go ahead and do the bottom, and then we will go from there and see if we need to add any more anywhere. So wipe off your bottom lip here. Okay, and same thing, your head back just slightly, not as much for the bottom here. I'm going to take my finger and pull back on your lip. And okay. Alright. Good. Now over here on this side. Again, I apologize for my stomach. Okay, now I'm gonna do one right in the middle actually as well, because I know you want that even look, and I can tell that you're just a little bit fuller on the sides and not so much in the middle, so let's even you out here. Good. Okay. Just rolling your lip here to spread out the filler. Okay, put your lips together like you're pouting. Okay. We're going to do a little bit more all around. I think I just did more because more is less and you can always build, but you can't always take away. So a little bit more, is that okay? Do you want to take a look and see? Yeah, go ahead right next to you. Take a look. See if you want to do a little bit more or if it's already enough for you. You think a little bit more? Okay, no problem. Wipe off your lip. Okay, head back a little bit, and again, I'm going to come from the side here to do it. Alright, and this side. Just a little bit. Okay. I think that's better. That looks a lot better, I think. Now we'll do the bottom. Here we go. Okay. 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 And this side. Good. Sorry, I know this can feel a little bit funny, but I just want to roll both of your lips to get them nice and even. Okay, we're gonna do one more in the middle here because we want to even it out again. This should be your last one. Let's see. Okay, I think that's good. You love them.